Recently, I realized that only 5% of chess players even reach 1500 ELO. So I researched hundreds of your games to come to the conclusion that the middle game was your worst part. So today, I'm going to give you a tip on every part of the game so you can crush 1500 ELO. A lot of people tell you to play the London system or the King's Indian defense, but I don't recommend these as they don't teach you how to play chess. The only three things that you're going to need to learn is that you need to get the center, develop your pieces, and that not every trade is forced. For example, let's say you are white and you started with e4, and they responded with c6. Well, here you can stay d4 and conquer the whole center, and they'll try to counter back with d5. But remember here, you're not forced to take, as if you take, they take that, and it's just symmetrical. So instead, you can play e5, getting some more space in center. And when they develop their bishop to f5, we can develop our knight, and the game will go on. So let's summarize. In the opening, you basically need to try to get the center, develop your pieces, but remember that not every trade is forced. So before you trade a piece, just ask yourself, will I gain something out of this trade? The middle game is the part where most games end up from equal to completely lost. But for you to be a middle game god, all you need to do is two things: to stop blundering and to spot your opponent's blunders. One way to stop blundering is to play slower tactic draws such as rapid, incident, blitz and bullet. The only way to be able to spot your opponent's blunders is to get really good at tactics, so I recommend you practice daily on chess.com or on Lichess. To summarize, if you want to be a middle game god, you basically just need to be able to not blunder at all and spot your opponent's blunders with ease. You can do this by playing slower and becoming really good at tactics. A lot of people believe that the endgame is the easiest part as there are less pieces on the board, but in reality it's the exact opposite, as those few pieces have a lot more squares to go than they would have before. I only have one thing to tell you about the endgame, and that's that if you're up a pawn like in this position, you don't want to trade into a queen endgame, rook endgame, and opposite bishop's endgames, but instead you want to trade it into a pawn and king endgame. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, as I'm only 2 subscribers away from 100, and maybe in the future we can reach 1000.